the four-stroke era. What a place to do it for. Gresini Racing's Marquez. Marc, back-to-back wins now in 2024. Second place, a double second place here in front of his home crowd to Ducati Lenovo team rider Pecco Bagnaia. And completing today's podium, the Ducati Lenovo team's Enea Bastianini. Gentlemen, congratulations to all three of you. That was a really tricky and demanding 27 laps. Marc, we'll start the press conference with you. It seems like there was two kind of key points in that race. First of all, just how you could attack and judge the conditions when the rain was falling, and then just how strong you were in the second part of the race. Congratulations again. 1,043 days without a winner, now twice in the space of 7 days, but that was hard work.
Yeah, of course. We knew, and during all weekend we had the pace from the top guys, but starting on that ninth position, was me and Enea. We were super penalized on that first laps, but yeah, when it started to drop some water on the screen and some water on the racetrack, then is where I decide to attack or to take more risk. And yeah, in one lap I passed five riders, and I was able to lead the race. And yeah, from that point it was okay. Now I'm leading. But for me, the best surprise was the second part of the race, when I did the fastest lap of the race, when I was with a very good pace, I was flowing. I was losing where I lose on the practice, and I was gaining where I gain on the practice. So yeah, the feeling was super good, and yeah, this victory is super important for all Gresini family, Gresini team, and I want to dedicate to them, and especially a nice tribute to Fausto.
An amazing tribute to Fausto. You certainly did him proud today. Marc, of course, we've seen in the past you've been the master at judging rapidly changing conditions. You saw Jorge Martin come into pit lane from second place. Did it even enter your head for 1 second to follow him, or was you convinced just to stay out?
I mean, of course, the strategy of Martin was not like very crazy, because if in that lap continue the same amount of water, then he will have the best strategy. But it's true that I say I will follow the local guy, and local guy stay out. So they know better than me, and then I say if he stay out, I stay out, and all the Italians riders stay out. So
it was a tactic that paid off very, very well. But congratulations once again, Marc, on your back-to-back wins. Just 53 points now as well behind in the World Championship. Well, one of those local guys, of course, is the world champion, Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco, a mentally and very physical 27 laps for you, of course. Mentally tough because trying to judge the track conditions physically after the crash last weekend in Aragon. So to come away with 2 second places, you've got to be very satisfied.
Yeah, finally, yes. It's clear that I wanted to win in any case, but as soon as it started to rain, I saw Jorge entering the box in the pit, and I said, I don't have to take any risk. He will not take any points. The smell was not the one of the rain, so I was sure that it was some split of rain, and apart that, I just tried to be competitive when it started to rain, but I was seeing that the Marc was arriving, and he's the bravest in these conditions, and as soon as he overtook me, I tried to overtake him back, but I didn't have a good chance to do it. The only chance was to try a dive bomb, and that was not the correct way. So I tried to follow, and in the last 4 laps I was starting to lose time, and my physical condition is more that I decided, okay, we'll finish second, and from that moment I started to feel much more pain because I was less focused on the performance, and from that moment it was very, very tricky. But today Marc was just faster, and he used a lot of his braveness when it started to rain, and from that moment was tough to overtake him back, because the pace was very similar, and I was faster than him in the Curvone in corner 11. He was just much faster in corner 15, 16, and was like a spring, and was difficult to overtake him back.
A great weekend, as you mentioned, after what happened to you just 7 days ago in Aragon. You said there in the last 4 laps, as you started to just lose a bit of concentration, there was a lot of pain. I mean, can you tell us exactly how you're feeling, and if you'd had that kind of pain for longer, would it have been harder to have stayed on the podium?
No, till I was very focused on being fast, I was able to ride well. But soon I lost it a bit because I saw that Enea was 4 seconds behind. Behind Marc, I started to take too much risk. Corner 8, corner 10. The front was starting to lock a lot, and I just decided to slow down a bit. And from that moment was a disaster. Four laps, that was a disaster. But in any case, even if it was 100%, it was not easy to beat Marc today. And his pace was fantastic. He did 31.5 in lap 20. So this I think was the moment when he makes the difference, and nothing more. For next time, the luck is that in 2 weeks we will be back here, and I will be 100%. So I will try to have another chance of victory.
Another chance to try and beat Marc in Misano today. He was unbeatable. Congratulations, though, again to you, Pecco. Completing then the podium is home crowd favourite Enea Bastianini. Enea, we saw a lot of grey clouds here today. We saw a lot of pink clouds as well, with the smoke coming from your fan club. A very difficult race, as Marc and Pecco both mentioned. How was it for you to judge those conditions when the rain did start to fall?
Yeah, it was beautiful to see the Bruttapela all pink during the first lap. And well, I'm happy about that podium, because today the race was tricky, and we are bringing some risk to close the gap from Pecco during that lap when it started raining a bit and a bit more. But well, after Marc was really fast in that part of the race, I bring the leading, and well, I tried to stay behind to him for all the race and to Pecco, but I suffered a bit with the rear, especially on the left side. I lose many times from the exit of the corner the rear, and I bring the decision to stay safety also. I'm go out at 8-9 laps to go at the turn number 12. I bring a big risk. After this big risk, I understand, okay, the third place can be good for that race, and I have learned the situation for the next.
When that rain started to fall, you came through in that big group with Marc that quickly caught Pecco. A bit like Pecco, you know this area very, very well. You live in Rimini, of course, so did you get a sense as well that the rain was not going to come over heavy? That's why you decided to stay out, or did you think about coming in?
Yeah, here, like you say, Pecco, sometime when there was a strongest rain, it started to smell a bit, also the track, the air. And but also I have seen him to push on the front, and I bring the decision to stay inside. But he's also a bit of us, no?
Okay, gentlemen, congratulations once again to all three of you. We'll now invite questions from the floor. Thank you.
Simon Patterson from the race. Marc, congratulations.
Thank you.
Was there a point in that race, I think all of us watching thought at one point in that race that for sure you were laughing inside your helmet whenever you saw the conditions starting to go to the Marc Marquez conditions. Did you think the same thing?
Yeah, of course, after the mistake we did in the qualifying practice was the only possibility to have this kind of conditions, because as you see on the first laps, me and Enea, we were stuck behind Binder, and only on that